Hello, friends. Welcome back to Reading with Miss Mingus. So we are going to read a Level C book today. That was our goal for the end of kindergarten, was for you all to be able to read a Level C book. And I think this one is going to be perfect for us because it is called Who Lives on a Farm? And this week also in ESOL, you all are going to be learning about farm animals. So works out. So this book is written by Pam Holden. That means Pam Holden is our author. She's the one who wrote the words in the story. Okay, so here is our little description about the book. So here's the front cover. We actually have a lot of books like this at school. I may even have this one, I'm not sure. And it says, "Have you been to a farm? Have you ever been to a farm? Do you know all the animals that live on a farm? What are they? Who looks after them?" So I'm thinking, before I even open my book, I like to think, what do we think this book is going to be about? So I want you to tell me, what do you think this book's going to be about? If you said farm animals, you're correct. I also think it's going to be about farm animals. So what are some of the animals that you think we might see? I see a rooster already. And then in our title page, we see a cat. Sometimes cats can live on a farm. Back here in the back, I also see some pigs. We might see some cows. We might see some sheep, some horses, lots of animals we might see on a farm, right? So let's read and find out who lives on a farm. All right, here's our title. Ready? Me first. Who lives on a farm? Your turn. Good job. And down at the bottom again, written by Pam Holden. So she, we said, was our author. Very good. All right, so first, remember, we like to just look at the pictures. Miss Mingus has dogs barking out there. We like to look at the pictures and see what's going on, what we might be reading about. So looking at this picture, I can see that this page might be about what farm animal? Cows, you're right. And is it one cow or more than one? More than one, which means we will say cows instead of cow. Okay, let's read our sentence. We see cows on a, where do we see cows? On a farm. Very good. Now I'm going to go back and point again. And I want you to read to me. Can you do that? All right, ready? Good. So cows on the farm. Let's see what else we see. What else do you think we see on a farm? Pigs, that's right. And once again, because there's more than one, we're going to say pigs with an S, okay? Let's read. We see pigs on a farm. So we see cows on a farm and we see pigs on a farm. Now your turn to read. Ready? Very good. Oh, what do we have here? Now, we have to figure out what word we're going to call these animals. So we look at our sentence. It's going to be the name of the animal, okay? We might say chicken or rooster, but I know that this word has to start with a. So what could that be? Hen. It is a hen. You're right. And there's more than one, so we will say hens when we read our sentence, okay? Here we go. We see hens on a farm. Very good. Your turn. Awesome. Using our eagle eye again to look at our picture. I'm seeing the farm and the grass. And what farm animal do we see? Horses. Those are some beautiful horses. All right, let's read. Ready? We see horses on a farm. Now you read to me. Ready? Very good. This was in our phonics video this week with the sh sh sound for blending. What are those? Sheep, right? So we have a big sheep, we have a little baby sheep over here. All right, so let's read our sentence. We see sheep on a farm. Good. Now can you read? Very good. Oh, so cute. What else might you see on a farm? Dogs. This dog kind of looks like Miss Mingus's dog Jax, doesn't he? I love dogs. And remember, because it's more than one, we're not going to say dog. We're going to say dogs. All right, ready? We see dogs on a farm. Very good. Your turn. Good. Oh, what are we seeing here? Those are goats. And remember, not just one goat, more than one, so we'll say goats. Okay? Here's our sentence. We see goats on a farm. All right, can you read it to me? Good job. All right, our last page. And this one's a little bit different. Why do you think this page is different from the other pages we just read? How is it different? Do you see any animals on this page? We don't. And we've been seeing animals on every other page, so that's how they are different. Good. All right, so what do we see on this page? If we don't see an animal, I see a man. Do you think the word could say man? We see, ooh, you know what we need to use? Our lips, the fish. Get our mouths ready to sound out that word. Who lives on a farm that starts with a f? Guess what? I think I know. Is it a farmer? Yes, a farmer has to live on a farm. He's the one who takes care of all the animals, right? And I see more than one farmer. Here's a farmer, here's a farmer, here's a farmer. So we're going to say farmers, okay? Let's read. We see farmers on a farm. Very good. Your turn. Awesome job, friends. Okay, now these are the sight words that we saw in this book, and we've learned all of these. Let's see if we can read them. See, on, we, a. Now this one is just an ending with an S. So when we said farmers, goats, horses, cows, you put an S on the end of those words, and you all did awesome with that. We again, but with a capital W. So it started at the beginning of the sentence. All right, so now let's think back about what we just read. We just read a book about animals that live on a farm, right? Who are some of the animals we saw? Let's go through. We saw horses. What else? Cows. We saw sheep. We saw goats. We saw dogs. And lastly, we saw the farmers. So all of those things live on a farm because our book was titled, Who Lives on a Farm? Okay? We even talked about how the last page was different than the other pages. So here's what I want you to do, okay? Every book that we read has something called a setting, okay? And we've talked about this in school. The setting is where the story takes place. So the setting for this story is where? Where do you think? On a farm, right? So here's your job. I want you to draw a picture of the setting of this story. And I want you to draw some of the characters that we saw in the story. The animals are the characters and the farmers at the end. So you are going to draw a picture of the setting of this story, Who Lives on a Farm, and then draw some characters that we saw in the story too. Okay? Make sure you take a picture of your story or of your setting, okay? And if you draw the characters, I want you to label them with their names. So if you draw the horses on the farm, see if you can sound out horses. You can even go back in the video and see how to spell it, okay? So do that. Make sure you take a picture. Send it to us on Dojo. I can't wait to see your setting picture with your characters. Bye, guys.